Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out today's show on this December the 9th. Hope everybody is in preparation for a wonderful, blessed, and Merry Christmas coming up. We got some great shows lined up. Of course, our Christmas show will be in 2 weeks, but next Saturday I will be in the duck blind reporting live from East Arkansas, hunting with Frank Barton, and we've lined up some guests for that day and hope to get some duck reports from duck blinds as I'm out there. And I know I will at least shoot during that show.
That's good.
It's not like my deer hunts and my turkey hunts where I had to shoot 8:15 last time I did my deer show. The deer stepped out, and it was 45 minutes after I went off the air.
Right.
So it didn't make any difference. I could have shot any time. But anyway, hey, we've talked to this young man before, and really, it's a product. Ron knows this. Ron is he is Mr. Buff USA. You don't even know who he is.
I've had the opportunity to spend some time with this gentleman that we're getting ready to talk to at some collegiate tournaments and also at ICAST and some other events. And I have to tell you, he's knowledgeable about a great line of gear that can save your skin.
And I think that's what we want to talk about. Is we got Casey Rolig on with us. He's the sports marketing specialist for Buff USA. He's based out of Santa Rosa, California. And before we ever start, first of all, good morning, Casey. And then I know a lot of folks, I posted it on my website and other places that you'd be on the show, and automatically Santa Rosa popped up as, how did things go for Buff during the big fire? And you were telling me off the air, kind of give our listeners out there what it was like to live in that area during that tragic wildfire.
Sure thing. Well, good morning, gentlemen. Happy to be back on the program again. And as you said, about a month ago, we were right in the thick of the Northern California wildfires. The nearest burnt structure was less than 2 miles from our office. The whole entire landscape is completely scorched. Thousands and thousands of structures burnt to the ground. So it'll be a really long recovery period. A lot of the wildlife has been displaced. Our county parks are closed indefinitely. So They need a lot of support to get people back outside, enjoying nature. I'm not sure about, the hunting scene, how that was affected, but I'm sure it has been in some of the bigger plots of land and, privately owned land.
It was scary. It was scary. It was.
Yeah. Thick smoke, hard to breathe. We were closed for an entire week, which is the first time I think we've ever been closed for 5 straight days. Our power was out. Mass devastation that a lot of people I don't think realize until you're really in the thick of it. And just a quick plug, coming out tomorrow or Monday, we're actually going to be launching a new line called the As One Collection, and it celebrates Texas, Puerto Rico, and Florida for the hurricanes, and California for our wildfires. And 100% of the proceeds are actually going to be going to the American Red Cross in those affected areas. So now that we have been a part of destruction like this, we really understand what the folks down south have gone through, and we're hoping to raise upwards of $25,000 for that. So those will be available next week at buffusa.com, and hope that makes some great gifts and also to encourage the need for giving.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's awesome for you guys to give back to the community, and particularly since you are right there in the heart of the fire and everything. You guys, I really like this new Buff Realtree windproof hoodie. I got to experience one of them, and they sent Casey sent some products here. But tell our listeners a little bit about Buff USA, the history, and and what you guys have done in a really short period of time.
Sure. Well, yeah, we've been around for about 25 years now.
Mm-hmm.
We were the first to invent what we call multifunctional headwear. So it's a seamless tube that you can wear over 12 different ways. That's our core product, and as you guys know, we've really expanded that to make more accessories for hunting, fishing, skiing, snowboarding, really anything, working outside. What you guys received, some of the Realtree products, we've been working with them for quite a few years, and we carry some of their most popular patterns. So, you mentioned you're going duck hunting next week. That would be perfect for the Realtree Max 4, which is what that was designed for.
Yeah.
And, we have patterns for, of course, just all-purpose hunting needs, turkey hunting, especially with our balaclava is a really popular item for full coverage and keeps them a little bit of warmth. But also, as you guys know, turkey hunting can be pretty warm out there as well, and they're just as comfortable when it's warm outside.
But that also, Ron will talk about this. We were talking before the show about you also were possibly saving some lives here. I don't know. I mean, I look at it as covering up the skin. And I know, Ron, all of us are outdoors, and all of us endure different things. But, you use sunscreen and things along that line. And Bill was talking about he just had a couple of
spots frozen off this week.
Yeah, and so talk from that standpoint, Casey, about sun protection.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a requirement for anglers and outdoors people and hunters. If you're going to spend time out in the sun, you're going to get affected, by the UV rays, whether it's warm or cold. A lot of people think you only need this product when it's warm outside, but time outside is time outside, and there's been a boatload, especially of anglers, who it's almost a requirement to wear at least our gloves or our multifunctional headwear per doctor's orders. Right. Mark. What is the pro angler? Mark Menendez?
Mark Menendez.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
From Paducah,
we used to work
Kentucky.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is a multifunctional headwear and glove user, I know, and
yes.
has battled cancer various times, and he's written articles on it. And as you guys know, local angler Ott Defoe is on our pro staff, one of our top anglers, and he swears by not only the sun protection, but the other advantages of moisture control and slightly added grip and just keeping your hands in better shape with our glove line.
Yeah, Casey, I've had the opportunity to use some of the gloves that you guys got, but the way you guys build them, not only for sun protection, but also the gripping that you put on to talk to our listeners about the grip on your gloves. Yeah,
we've gone through a lot of testing and different series of gloves. Coming out in January and February is a completely redesigned line, and it's a fine line of adding too much grip, too much silicone, and it can almost be a hindrance.
Right.
So you actually want abrasion resistance, which is important, so you don't just wear through a pair of $20 or $40 gloves in a matter of a few days of hardcore fishing.
Right.
So we have our in-house product designers and developers working to find the right type of material, the right silicone, suede materials. Actually, synthetic suede is what we're using on our new Elite glove.
Yeah.
And that wears really nicely over time.
Well, that's what you want. And again, we're talking to Casey Rolig, sports marketing specialist for the Buff USA out of Santa Rosa, California, on Outdoors of Larry Ray. And I know Ron has been on top of this since I think he met you a year or so ago, and has done a video, if I'm not mistaken, Ron, of an interview with
with Casey, and it's out on LROutdoors.com, and we're going to be talking with these folks because of what they offer and what they can do to help you as an outdoors person
I mean, because
to stay healthy. Bill, like you were saying,
absolutely,
you were just at the doctor.
Yeah, and that's the second round I've had of that.
Wow.
So I'll continue having more
Yeah.
the rest of my life, I'm sure, no matter what I do.
All
at
of
this
us have. I mean,
But,
my nose is twice as
But
big
hey,
now. So,
also
I mean,
looking at the stuff Buff has,
Oh,
it is
man.
Christmas season,
yeah, it is.
and
it
this
does-
stuff is
What
perfect.
a great Christmas gift!
It's
Absolutely,
perfect.
and you're not going to have to give away an arm and a leg.
Right.
I
That's
like
what I mean.
these
The
stocking
price,
stuffers.
the size. I mean,
Yeah.
shipping on one of these to one of your buddies, you can put it in the card as
Yeah,
far as the
I
Buff
think I
goes.
gave you the wrong one. You were supposed to get the Dolphin. I mean, I think that. Hey, Casey, we appreciate you being with us, buddy. Tell our listeners how we can get more information about Buff USA.
Sure. Well, you said it. BuffUSA.com is our website, and we sell direct there. And, of course, we have thousands of retailers around the country,
Yes, you do.
from our big box stores to your small independent fly shop and fishing store and archery shop that
They are there.
likely carry at least a few of our products. So you can go on our site, educate yourself, shop locally there. And if you can't find it, check our site. We'll have a lot of great specials leading through the holiday season. And one little tip for your listeners, you mentioned stocking stuffers. A lot of our products come on these cardboard cards, which
Yes.
can be sometimes tough to wrap. I've seen people hang them on a tree Christmas morning.
Yeah.
But here's my tip is pull it off the packaging, especially if the person knows what the product already is.
Yeah.
And then you can stick it in a stocking, no matter how small that
There you
stocking
go.
might be. Keep the packaging so they can learn a little bit more about it, but pull it off there first, and you can fit it in any little thing.
You can fit a whole bunch of them in there if you want to. That's right.
You
Thank you,
can stuff
Casey.
it.
Hope you have a great
Thank you,
Merry
gentlemen.
Christmas, and we'll talk to you in 2018, okay?
Likewise. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Have a good one.
All right. Just wrap this thing up. I appreciate Ron Wong being in with us, and
Always
Bill
good to
Cooksey.
be here.
Glad to have both of y'all here. Let me tell you a little bit about next week's show, because I'm going to be in the duck blind in East Arkansas. I hope there's water. I think he said there's water. I heard from
I imagine Frank has water.
One of my friends does not have water.
A lot of people
1
don't.
foot, 2 feet of water, and that Go Devil is still hard.
A
Pushing and
lot
pulling.
of folks right now are in
Waterless.
trouble because they just have no water.
Well, we had a little.
Wow.
1 inch didn't help
No.
the other night. But anyway, we're going to talk to Jay Gregory. He's the longtime hunting celebrity host of PSE's Wild Outdoors on the Outdoor Channel, and going to talk to him on next week's show. And I'm kind of looking forward, because he has currently the longest running hunting show on television now in its 25th year. And so we're looking forward to talking to Jay next week. Of course, Frank Barton and I, and we'll try to hook up. Are you going to be in the duck blind?
I may be done for the year with Nina's surgery.
Oh, you
so.
sure heard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
his wife's
right.
surgery, yesterday.
Prayers
so,
up.
Yeah, prayers for that. And, of course, continued prayers for Ron and his family.
Thank
He lost
you.
his brother. Great having Greg Ratliff in the show with us this morning. So I was going to say, quickly before we get out of here, I told him I would talk about that. They had the winter stocking program. The TWRA Trout Stocking Program was held on Tuesday at Shelby Farms, Cameron Brown Lake, Edmond Oracle Park, up in Bolivar, all over West Tennessee. They were everywhere putting in trout, and so get out there. 90,000 trout will be stocked between now and March. That's amazing. So
Let's go fishing.
let's go fishing. This is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And God bless the USA.
You can find